All right, let's talk about something we all do, maybe without even thinking much about it. Laughing. We're going to dig into the power and, yeah, even the pretense behind it. And we're drawing on some serious wisdom here from the writing of Mr. D.R. Nayar, a knowledge curator who's been exploring ideas like this for over 20 years. Our whole story kicks off in a pretty weird place, with a warning about a smile. So, picture this, right? You're about to go into a super important meeting with the big boss, the chairman, and just as you're reaching for the door, his secretary leans over and whispers that exact phrase to you. If he smiles, you are in trouble. What? A smile means you're in trouble? I mean, how bizarre is that? That's the exact situation our author had to figure out.
And you know what? It turned out to be true. After the meeting, the secretary spilled the beans. The chairman's smile, well, the bigger the smile, the more nonsense you thought you were spouting. It wasn't a welcome mat, it was a warning flag. And that's just a wild reminder that not every smile is a good thing and not all laughter comes from a happy place.
So you've got these two extremes, right? On one side, there's the chairman's smile. It's basically a weapon of insincerity. But then, around the same time, the author sees the polar opposite in a park, a laughter club. Just a group of people standing in a circle, laughing their heads off. Loud, joyful, belly-shaking laughter. Two completely different things using the exact same facial muscles, which, of course, leads us to the big question.
Okay, so if a smile can be a warning and laughter can just be a group activity, what is it actually for? Let's try to unpack what Mr. Nayar calls one of our most human magic tricks.
Let's just put it right out there. It sounds like such a simple question, doesn't it? But the answer has so many layers. I mean, why do our bodies do that? Why do we make these weird noises when something is funny or surprising, or, let's be honest, sometimes when we're just a little bit uncomfortable?
Well, it really boils down to three main things. First, and this is a great way to think about it, laughter lets stress out like steam from a pressure cooker. It's a physical release. Then, of course, we laugh at surprises. You know, a clever joke, someone tripping over nothing. But that last point, connecting with others, that one is probably the most important of all.
And this is really the key. More than anything else, we laugh to connect with each other. I love this quote. A shared laughter is like a warm handshake of the heart. It's just this universal thing that builds a bridge between two people in an instant, no words needed. But of course, it's not always that simple and pure. Remember the chairman's smile? That was a universe away from the joy of the laughter club. And that's because there is a whole spectrum of laughter out there. It's not just one size fits all. And this chart breaks it down perfectly. I mean, think about it. We've all been there. You've got the deep, can't-breathe belly laughs. You've got those nervous giggles that pop out when things get a little awkward. And oh yeah, the classic office laugh. That little polite sound that's kind of like a cough you're trying to hide. It's more about showing you're listening than actually being amused, right?
So even with all these different types, what's the payoff? What do we actually get out of this weird behavior? Well, it turns out that laughter is basically one of the most powerful and totally free forms of medicine we have.
First off, it's like hitting a reset button for your brain. A really good laugh can just stop a spiral of anxious thoughts in its tracks. It's that pressure cooker valve we were talking about, literally letting the worry out.
And get this is pretty amazing. Studies have shown that a genuine laugh can actually fire up your immune system. It boosts your body's infection-fighting cells. So, yeah, watching that comedy special is basically a health-conscious decision.
It's a physical thing, too. A real hearty laugh gets your blood pumping and your heart rate up. Now, look, it's not going to replace your morning jog, but hey, it's definitely the most fun cardio you can do sitting on the couch.
And here we are again, back to the biggest benefit of all. Forget all the personal health parks for a second. The greatest gift of laughter is its power to connect us. It's the social glue that holds us together.
So this brings us right back to that laughter club in the park. Their secret is really our final big takeaway. If laughing is so good for us, is it possible to get those benefits even when we're not feeling it? And the answer is, surprisingly, yes.
The whole idea is called pretend laughter, and its goal isn't to be fake or fool anyone. The point is to just loosen up all those knots you have inside. You can think of it like stretching before you go for a run. You're just warming up your body and your mind so the real joy can show up.
So how do you actually do it? It's so simple, it's almost silly. You just start making the sound, like literally, ha ha ha. Fake it, force it if you have to. Then just let that sound get a little wobbly and grow. The amazing thing is, the physical act of doing this often tricks your brain.
Your body starts laughing, and your mind just follows along for the ride. And that leaves us with this final thought from Mr. Nayar's writing. When you think about everything, its power to heal us, to connect us, and the fact that you can even just start doing it on command, you really have to ask yourself, is laughter, whether it starts out as real or you have to borrow it for a minute, truly the cheapest, happiest medicine there is? Something to chew on.